Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. Job transfer for all. The school bell becomes my summons. Chapter 31. They killed hundreds of Earth elementals in the secret realm of Earth elementals. And the secret realm of the Earth element is the home of the Earth element. The Earth elements in the entire Shacheng underground palace come out of the secret realm of the Earth element. That is, because they killed too many Earth elementals, causing such an effect. By the way, where did you two go? I searched around just now, but I couldn't find you. Ning Ju said a little strangely. Ning Shui'er glanced at Lin Yu and said, we were in the secret realm of the Earth element just now. Hearing what Ning Shui'er said, Ning Ju's eyes widened. Are you really in the secret realm of the Earth element? He said in shock. I heard that there are monsters of more than 30 levels there. Speaking of which, Ning Jukai checked Ning Shui'er's level belatedly. In the end, the level he saw made him open his mouth wide, and he couldn't say a word for a long time. You're level 30. Ning Ju said in disbelief, his voice even trembling a little. At this time, they have also arrived at the first floor. I saw a few people from the Ning family, as well as various masters and elders from other families, as well as the brothers and sisters of the Chen family, Bai Yuqing and other geniuses. I found it. An elder of the Ning family who was closer to Ning Shui'er let out a long sigh of relief, with a happy expression on his face. If something happened to Ning Shui'er, he didn't even know how to explain to Ning Shui'er's father who was guarding the secret realm of the abyss. Seeing that Ning Shui'er was fine at this moment, she was completely relieved. He hurriedly said, Shui'er, where did you go just now? I can't find you anywhere. Ning Ju said, they just came out of the secret realm of the Earth element. What? Not only the elders of the Ning family, but also the elders of other families, Chen Shu brothers and sisters, Bai Yuqing and others all looked at the two in disbelief. At this time, everyone also noticed their ranks. Ning Shui'er is already level 30. Bai Yuqing exclaimed. How is this possible? It's only been a day, and you've already reached the second rank. Could it be that the Ning family prepared a secret experience medicine for her? But even with experienced secret medicine, it's impossible to be so fast. Chen Shu, who is a druid by profession, has been unable to calm down for a long time. He is also a high-level profession, but he is only level 15 now. Although, level 15 is already beyond the reach of ordinary people who have just awakened today. For many ordinary professions, even if they can come to the secret place of Shacheng Dungeon to level up, if they play in a team, they can only reach level 12 or 3 in a day. Level 15 is already at the level of a genius. As for the 16th or 17th level, that is a genius among geniuses. But level 30 in one day is no longer a level that normal people can imagine. Wait, look at the level of the boy next to Ning Shui'er. An elder of the Chen family noticed something even more surprising. Hearing his voice, everyone's eyes immediately focused on Lin Yu. His rank, 36. How is this possible? Everyone present was dumbfounded. Is he specially sent by the Ning family to protect Ning Shui'er? Someone from another family asked. No, he came to level up with Ning Shui'er. Chen Shu said in astonishment. Meanwhile, Bai Yuqing, who was on the side, had been sluggish for a long time. Ning Shui'er and Lin Yu, who were originally looked down upon by her and ridiculed. Now the grades are getting higher one by one. People like them are no longer at the same level. When I met them on the second basement floor, they were only a dozen or so. Why did they go to the third basement floor and come back, and they are about to turn on the second turn? Is this shit still human? All the geniuses of the big families have begun to doubt life. In front of Lin Yu and Ning Shui'er, are they worthy of being called geniuses? They just think they are a stinky dog. You are not worthy of carrying shoes for Lin Yu and Ning Shui'er. And the ones who were most shocked were the elders and masters of the Ning family. They know Lin Yu's details. It's not very accurate to tell the details, but they knew that Lin Yu was not sent by the Ning family to protect Ning Shui'er. It was the one that Ning Shui'er insisted on bringing into the secret realm together. Although they didn't know why Ning Shui'er insisted on bringing this kid in, she still had a very tough attitude. But they knew that Lin Yu's profession was a summoner. The people of the Ning family were still a little worried that Ning Shui'er would be slowed down by Lin Yu. If you can't reach the corresponding level in a few days, you won't be able to advance to the top school. The dignified Ning family's proud daughter, Ning Shui, who awakened the hidden professional holy light angel, but in the end she couldn't enter the top universities because of her lack of level. If you say this, you will laugh out loud. The Ning family is bound to be ridiculed by other families. Therefore, the elders of the Ning family were still a little worried about this, worried that Ning Shui would be dragged down by Lin Yu. Result: the things in front of them were far beyond their imagination. It even overturned their cognition. Even the well-informed elders of the Ning family have never heard of it. Whoever can come out to practice leveling on the first day of awakening will directly be able to turn 2. What's more, Lin Yu is not able to turn 2, but has exceeded the level 30 required by the second turn by a full 6 levels. He is now level 36. It's actually 6 levels higher than Ning Shui. As we all know, starting from level 30, it is much more difficult to upgrade than before level 30. The experience required for each level will also be greatly improved. But under such circumstances, Lin Yu is already at this level. This is too scary. Is he really a summoner? Is he really just an ordinary student? Everyone present couldn't help but express such doubts. Seeing Lin Yu's level, many Ning family members who questioned Lin Yu also completely died down. Originally, after hearing the words of Chen Shu and many geniuses present, they still have some doubts. But seeing Lin Yu's level at this moment, they were completely convinced. Ning Shui is level 30, and this summoner named Lin Yu is level 36. This shows that Lin Yu killed more monsters than Ning Shui, and more than a little bit more. And when everyone was shocked by the ranks of Lin Yu and Ning Shui, an elder of the Chen family in Shangjing also suddenly reacted at this time. This young man named Lin Yu is a genius. And a rare genius without a family background. Although he is Ning Shui's boyfriend. But the elders of these big families are all old and mature. I have realized one thing from the reaction just now, combined with the previous rumors. That is, the Ning family doesn't understand this genius. Even, the Ning family seemed to be a bit opposed to the relationship between Lin Yu and Ning Shui. Thinking of this, the elders of the Chen family also suddenly approached Lin Yu. With a smiling expression, "Little brother, our Chen Shu is also indebted to you to take care of him. When you have time to come to Beijing to play, you must come to our Chen family as a guest." As he said that, the elders of the Chen family winked at Chen Shu. Chen Shu also understood immediately. That's right, brother Lin, you are simply my idol. When you come to Beijing, you must let me entertain you. We have added contact information before, and we will keep in touch when we have time. Hearing that Chen Shu has added contact information with Lin Yu, the elders of Chen's family also smiled slightly, feeling very satisfied with this. This boy Chen Shu has been clever since he was a child. With the elders of the Chen family and Chen Shu starting, the other people present also reacted one after another. What's so interesting about going to Beijing? Why don't you come to our Hekang? Have you chosen a university, little brother? Consider our Haicheng University, which is similar to Shangjing University, and closer to Zhongcheng. Haicheng University is about the same as Shangjing University. What nonsense are you talking about? Brother Lin, if you need to equip weapons in the future, just ask Li Dacheng from our family. Don't you also have contact information? Looking at these blatant acts of poaching, the elders of the Ning family are also a little impatient. Let's go. This is Shui's boyfriend. He will definitely go to college with Shui. Equipped with weapons and props, we will definitely not lack him. Okay, it's okay, let's go. The elders of the Ning family hurriedly dispersed the elders of other families around them. Looking at the people arguing, Ning Shui sighed slightly. Sorry, that's what they look like. People in these big families are like this, they only value benefits. Lin Yu didn't mind much, he said with a smile. Actually, it's quite interesting. Ning Shui also nodded. However, the dispute did not last long. Although I figured it out, the imbalance of elemental power here is because Ning Shui and Lin Yu broke through the secret realm of the earth element. However, it does not mean that the crisis of the Sand City Underground Palace has been resolved. The elemental power is still unbalanced, so it is necessary to withdraw all the geniuses who came here for leveling. Let's re-observe what kind of changes will take place in the Shacheng dungeon. Therefore, everyone simply tried to get in touch with Lin Yu. so I took the juniors who came to leveling, and went back to their respective homes. Lin Yu also left the secret realm of Sand City Underground Palace, together with Ning Shuier and Ning's parents. However, after leaving, Lin Yu didn't plan to go back to Zhongcheng directly. Instead, I came to Yucheng, which is the closest to the entrance of the secret realm of Shacheng Underground Palace. Selling a large number of resources related to the secret realm must be going to the city closest to the secret realm. Because adventurers who want to buy a specific secret realm resource will definitely go around this secret realm. What's more, Zhu Zhigao, who I knew before, he also lives in Yucheng. Therefore, after leaving the secret realm, Lin Yu explained his plans and arrangements to the Ning family and Ning Shuier. Bringing monsters in the dungeon in Shacheng, Ning Shuier and I got a batch of materials, and I'm going to use them now. And having seen Lin Yu's strength, and seeing how other families are eager for Lin Yu's talents, the Ning family naturally wanted to follow Lin Yu's wishes. One of the elders of Ning's family also said, "Yes, how about, let Shuier follow you?" As soon as these words came out, everyone also echoed, "Good. It's also a good thing for young people to exercise. Those who can accumulate their own contacts and buy and sell willingly. Yes, after all, you will sell more advanced resources in the future. You young people can play things by themselves, and you can distribute them yourself. Shuier, you are not allowed to bully Lin Yu, you must give him what others deserve." The attitude of the Ning family elders also made Ning Shuier and Lin Yu a little dumbfounded. Especially Ning Shuier. She still remembers that one day ago, she said that she would bring Lin Yu down the copy. These elders regarded Lin Yu as an enemy. Soon, the elders of the Ning family also took the Ning family out of Yucheng very wisely. These elders of the Ning family, who are mature and sophisticated, have already realized that if you want to win over Lin Yu, you don't need them, the old and middle-aged people, to do too much. Ning Shuier and Lin Yu are boyfriend and girlfriend, so their relationship is strong. That is better than anything. Therefore, they simply instructed Ning Shuier, after finishing the work, return to Zhongcheng as soon as possible to hold her level 32nd transfer career awakening ceremony. They all left Yucheng. Of course, the elders of Ning's family didn't know. The relationship between Ning Shuier and Lin Yu is a fake. Even if she knew, she would probably only persuade Ning Shuier that the fake show was real. In Yucheng City, Lin Yu and Ning Shuier, who are heading to the Yucheng Adventurers Guild to sell materials, also discussing their relationship. "I'm sorry, Lin Yu, the elders of the family, are a little too aggressive." Ning Shuier apologized to Lin Yu again. Lin Yu still shrugged and said, "It's normal. In this world, the strong are respected. Their attitude towards me just shows that they recognize that I will be a strong man with great potential in the future. I'm actually quite happy." Hearing what Lin Yu said, Ning Shuier was also relieved. Lin Yu, who was walking beside him, also continued to speak. "However, Ning Shuier, if this continues, the two of us may really be bound together, are you okay?" Lin Yu knew very well that the so-called couple relationship between the two of them, it was just an excuse that Ning Shuier said out of desperation. Ning Shuier thought for a while, then nodded slightly. "Actually, I thought about it before I went home yesterday. Because I mistakenly thought that your strength was weak before, what I thought was, as long as you are willing, you are only responsible for providing me with experience buff. I will support you for a lifetime, and there is no problem. Anyway, I don't plan to get married, let alone a family marriage. But now it looks like, you have a bright future, too. For my own benefit, it is not appropriate to tie you by my side. So, as long as you want to end this relationship, I can announce to my family that we are breaking up at any time." Ning Shuier said while deliberating her words. She doesn't speak fast. After all, since I was a child, my parents were not around. The elders in the family have high hopes for her, and her peers also admire and worship her. Ning Shuier rarely confides her heart to others. Hearing Ning Shuier's words, Lin Yu also smiled slightly. "I think there is no need to separate. After all, the soul contract cannot be lifted. And I don't think there's anything wrong with staying by your city, and not to mention I didn't lose anything, and I even gained a lot. Just being able to enter the A-level secret realm, I am already very grateful to you. What's more, I like you very much, too. After Lin Yu finished speaking, she looked at Ning Shuier. Ning Shuier just nodded slightly, still looking like the ancient well without waves. I see, let's maintain the status quo first. Let's divide up the materials and sell them first. As Ning Shuier said that, Lin Yu didn't go further into this topic. However, what Lin Yu didn't notice was, under Ning Shuier's seemingly calm and indifferent pretty face, there are turbulent emotions hidden. Did he just say he likes me? Ning Shuier knew very well. Whether he can directly upgrade to level 30 in one day, or come back alive from the hands of the Earth Elemental Lord. All thanks to Lin Yu. In fact, when she was in school, Ning Shuier had already noticed that this commoner classmate who has no family resources to help, but can rise to level 10 faster than himself. At that time, Ning Shuier had a good impression of Lin Yu. After this short day together, she even had a crush on Lin Yu. Although it looks very cold, but this is only caused by Ning Shuier's growth environment since she was a child. This does not mean that Ning Shuier, a young girl, has no human feelings at all. Tasting Lin Yu's words just now, Ning Shuier even became a little apprehensive. What the hell does he mean by, like? However, the tone sounds very casual. It shouldn't be what I think it means. Ning Shuier was thinking wildly. The two of them also arrived at the Adventurers Guild soon. Because of the Ning family's relationship, Ning Shuier also brought Lin Yu directly to the VIP single lounge. Afterwards, Lin Yu directly took out the materials he had collected in the Earth Element secret realm. The same materials are piled up on the table in the single lounge. The one on the top is the thick soil bracer. This is the holy artifact that the Lord of the Earth Element exploded. Because there is only one piece, I want to discuss with you. After selling it, we will share the money after selling it, or how to deal with it. As Lin Yu said so, Ning Shuier checked the attributes of the thick soil bracer. Immediately froze. Very powerful equipment. She made a judgment at once. This equipment can't be sold, it's very suitable for you to wear it yourself. Although your attribute panel is very strong, you lack active skills. I don't have control and defense skills either. If these two skills are given to you, it will greatly enhance you. Anyway, Lord of the Earth Elements, I just fainted after 2 hits of holy punishment. I didn't exert much force at all. After Ning Shuier finished speaking, Lin Yu thought about it for a while, and didn't shirk it anymore. Okay, then I'll take it. But it's not like you're completely useless. I took this holy artifact, the high-level Earth attribute materials left by the Earth Elemental Lord, U6 and I4. Ning Shuier still felt that it was inappropriate, and she was going to give up some more. After all, whether it was a high amount of attribute gain or 5 times or 10 times the experience, it was all brought by Lin Yu. So it is only natural to give Lin Yu more points. But Lin Yu didn't give her a chance to speak, and continued. However, I plan to sell only half of my share of Earth Elemental materials. I'm going to keep half of it to upgrade the thick soil bracers. Well, do you have a channel for these things? Ning Shuier asked. Lin Yu nodded and said, when I was on the 3rd floor underground, I met an adventure team. This team is dedicated to doing missions in the Shacheng dungeon and selling various props in the Shacheng dungeon. There are more channels for this kind of person than most people think. It's very convenient to find them to sell resources. I have already contacted them just now. Hearing Lin Yu's words, Ning Shuier nodded in agreement. Just now on the way here, Lin Yu contacted Zhu Zhigao. Make an appointment to meet here at the Adventurers Guild. At this moment, there was a knock on the door of the VIP single lounge. He came. Lin Yu opened the door and saw Zhu Zhigao standing outside. Brother Lin. As soon as he opened the door, Zhu Zhigao said very politely. Originally, he wanted to call Lin Yu, senior. But later I also learned that Lin Yu is not a senior, but a student who just changed jobs. It's just, his strength is astonishingly terrifying. Zhu Zhigao naturally heard that the elemental imbalance in the underground palace in Shacheng was because the Earth Elementals in the secret territory of the Earth Elemental were slaughtered in large numbers. And he knew at that time that Lin Yu was going to the secret realm of the Earth Element. You must know that the Earth Elements in the secret territory of the Earth Elements are all around level 30, or even higher. To be able to massacre monsters of this level, not to mention that the opponent's strength is already much stronger than Zhu Zhigao. Just based on the talent shown by the opponent now, the future is absolutely immeasurable. Therefore, being able to make friends with such a genius is also what Zhu Zhigao is happy to see. So Zhu Zhigao was still very polite when facing Lin Yu, who was younger than him. Seeing Zhu Zhigao, Lin Yu nodded. Zhu Zhigao walked into the lounge, saw Ning Shuier, and asked, "Who is this?" Ning Shuier stood up and said, "My name is Ning Shuier." Ning Shuier. Zhu Zhigao thought for a while, and then looked at the luxury of the VIP room. Suddenly realizing something, he said in shock, "Are you Miss Ning Shuier, who awakened the Angel of Light from Zhongcheng's Ning family?" For a professional like Zhu Zhigao, who has been doing tasks in the secret territory all year round and is well versed in all aspects of information. He also heard that there was a girl who killed monsters in the Earth Element secret realm with Lin Yu. I didn't expect it to be the eldest lady of the Ning family. Zhu Zhigao was very shocked. The Ning family has great energy. After all, the Ning family has masters in guarding the secret realm of the abyss. It's no wonder that these two young people can be active in the VIP single lounge of the Adventurers Association. He looked at the two of them and exclaimed, "What a beautiful woman." Obviously, he already regarded Lin Yu and Ning Shuier as a couple. But the two didn't say much about it. Lin Yu and Ning Shuier took out a lot of materials and put them in front of them, asking Zhu Zhigao to estimate the price. When Zhu Zhigao saw the materials the two brought out, the expression on his face became more and more shocked. "So many," Zhu Zhigao exclaimed. "This is the core of the earth element. It is a very rare material. The price is 10,000 blue star coins. This is the badge of Sand City. It is a material needed for many missions. Our team also needs it very much. The Sand City badge will only come from monsters above level 20, and the price is usually 1,000 blue star coins. The shell of the beetle, the armor of the Sand Castle Guard." Zhu Zhigao quickly counted the items. He was familiar with the prices of these items as he had been working in the underground palace in Shacheng all year round. And he often sells props, and he is very proficient at things like counting props. It's just that there are too many props and materials for the two of them. After a while, Zhu Zhigao wiped the sweat from his forehead and said, "Phew, the inventory is over. The total price of Miss Ning Shuier's items is 2.95 million blue star coins, let's count it as 3 million. Brother Lin, the materials are less, 2 million. Because Lin Yu kept a large part of the earth element materials, in order to devour and upgrade the holy weapon, thick soil wristband, so he has less materials. With a huge amount of materials, the two of them made a lot of money as soon as they made a move. At the same time that Lin Yu and Ning Shuier were selling materials at the Yucheng Adventurers Guild. The elders of the Ning family who returned to the Ning family were not idle either. They also held a family meeting immediately. The purpose, of course, is to discuss matters related to Lin Yu. The news brought by the elders who came back made the elders who stayed behind dumbfounded. What the hell? Ning Shuier is level 30. Ah, that kid is level 36. Say it again. The elemental imbalance in the Shacheng dungeon is because they broke through the secret realm of the earth element. A summoner, more ruthless than the Angel of Light. All the elders of the Ning family felt that their cognition had been greatly impacted. And not only that, soon, another piece of news came back from the Sand City Underground Palace, which also made those elders who had been there dumbfounded. What? The management personnel investigated the secret realm and found that at least a few hundred earth elementals died in the secret realm. And the sleeping earth elemental lord in the small secret realm is also dead. That's a level 50 earth element lord, was killed by two juniors who just changed jobs. Isn't this too outrageous? Not only the Ning family, but other families and forces that got the news were also shaken. The news that two level 30 professionals who hadn't turned to and killed a level 50 lord boss is really shocking. Because Ning Shuier is a hidden profession, Angel of Light, although there is a big difference in level, she can understand. But Lin Yu, a level 36 summoner, how should he explain it? All of a sudden, the various families have different opinions on his guesses. Could it be the legendary double job awakener? In fact, he awakened two professions. I think it may be a brand new, hidden profession, but that profession may have camouflage skills. It is said that in ancient times, among the summoners, strong men were also born. From the very beginning, extremely terrifying creatures were summoned. I suspect that his summon may be some kind of very powerful symbiosis-enhanced creature, which is hidden in his body. Regarding the reason why Lin Yu is strong, every family in power. They are all looking for answers from the mysteries they have mastered. But there is no answer, which is very convincing. Buddha A. Even if they don't know why Lin Yu is powerful, all the families and forces have made judgments. You must win over and befriend Lin Yu. This might be a genius even scarier than Ning Shuier. And those families who let their descendants go to the Shacheng underground palace and befriend Lin Yu before, especially like the Chen family in Shangjing. They're already cracking open champagne. Of course, some people are happy and some are worried. In Los Angeles, in the Bai family's manor. This time, Bai Yuqing lay on the bed with aggrieved eyes and tears, rubbing her swollen buttocks. Damn Lin Yu. My mother hit me for the first time, woo woo woo. A degree a section A1 half a unknown currency a registered paragraph mark a registered C plus or minus CAI 1/4 a 3/4 a 3/4 a diaresis a. Holy light angel Ning Shuier and super genius Lin Yu. To offend two future superpowers at once. This time, the patriarch of the Bai family who was in seclusion, that is, Bai Yuqing's mother, was so angry. They all went out of the seclusion and beat their own daughter, and then went back to the seclusion. Moreover, Bai Yuqing's mother gave the order to die. The next time you meet Lin Yu, you must solemnly apologize. It's just that I don't care much about you, and the elders in the family spoil you too much, which made you rebellious. Next, stay at home and practice leveling. If you don't pass the exam to Beijing University, you will be prohibited from going out. As for universities, at this time, they have already started to draw up admission invitations. Even such close universities as Haicheng University and Zhongcheng University. There is already a teacher, ready to come to persuade Lin's father and Lin's mother. Soon, with the rapid ferment of public opinion in Zhongcheng, Lin Yu and Ning Shuier also sold all the materials in Yucheng. Get ready to go back to Zhongcheng and start the second mission. The next day, the entire Zhongcheng number 1 middle school was fried. Today was originally a mobilization by Zhongcheng number 1 middle school for senior high school students who have changed jobs and are about to take the college entrance examination. Not only students from Zhongcheng number 1 middle school, but also some students from other schools and some teachers from the province. Therefore, today's Zhongcheng number 1 middle school is very lively. However, what everyone is discussing is naturally the A-level secret Sand City dungeon, and there is an elemental imbalance. The news spread fast, and now everyone knows about it. Have you heard that many geniuses went to the A-level secret realm Shacheng dungeon to level up, but something happened to the secret realm? I know. Too many earth elementals have been killed. It has caused the unbalanced and turbulent flow of elements in the secret realm. I heard it is very dangerous. In order to avoid accidents for those geniuses, all the major families went to meet those geniuses. Why is there such a problem in the A-level secret realm? Isn't it too strange? Brother, don't you read the news? Don't you know the reason for the problem in the underground palace in Shacheng? I don't know. Who did it? It's a student of our school. School flower Ning Shuier, and her boyfriend Lin Yu. What? It turned out to be Ning Shuier, the school girl. With the combat power of the Angel of Light, it is not surprising to do this. And her boyfriend, if I remember correctly, isn't her boyfriend a good-for-nothing summoner? I heard that the two of them killed too many high-level earth elements in the secret realm, which directly caused the elemental turbulence in the secret realm. I'm going. How many earth elementals should I kill to affect the entire secret realm? Haha. Brother Lin, you're awesome. Lin Yu's good friend Chen Rui laughed out loud when he heard the discussion. I knew Brother Lin was not simple. Do you know that Brother Lin is my brother? Brother Lin is in our class, awesome or not? TCH, the school bell is still in our class. Someone from the next class said a little dissatisfied. School bell. The school bell is already Brother Lin's. The entire Zhongcheng number 1 is discussing frantically. After all, these are two students who have just changed jobs, and they already have such strength far beyond their peers. Even the geniuses of other families are thrown away. And at this moment, Lin Yu and Ning Shuier came to the school together. Instantly caused a sensation among many students. When many students gathered together, chattering and wanting to find out. Suddenly, someone shouted, "Look at the levels of the two of them." After everyone saw the levels of the two. At this moment, the audience was in an uproar. Ning Shuier is level 30. What? Lin Yu is level 36. Taller than Ning Shuier. I'll go. These two are hanging out. This is unscientific. Isn't it just a day? Could it be that my memory is confused? I remember that they just awakened yesterday. Are you kidding me? I awakened yesterday and I'm only level 11. These two are already preparing for the second round. Cried. The teachers in the class were dumbfounded when they saw Lin Yu's level. I have brought so many students, and I have never seen such a perverted. And with the fermentation of various parties' opinions, the biggest doubt has arisen in everyone's mind. That is, why is Lin Yu's level higher than Ning Shuier's? Even if Ning Shuier led Lin Yu to upgrade, it should be that Ning Shuier is a little higher level. But now Lin Yu is not only higher level than Ning Shuier. And it's a full level 6 higher. In the case of starting leveling at the same time. This is a very big gap. How did Lin Yu do it? Could it be that Lin Yu is actually leading Ning Shuier to level up? What are you talking about? Ning Shuier is an angel of light, how could she be led to level up by a summoner? You know, Ning Shuier's profession is Angel of Light, one of the strongest hidden professions. What kind of profession should be able to level up faster than her? But the point is, Lin Yu is just an ordinary summoner. Therefore, all of a sudden, everyone's discussion on Lin Yu was very hot. The heat even surpassed Ning Shuier. Lin Yu and Ning Shuier's class teacher, Old Tang, even came over to look at them like a monster, crazily looking at them. Rao is a bit embarrassed to be scrutinized by many classmates and teachers with Ning Shuier's cold personality at this time. Old Tang, your eyes are a bit scary. Lin Yu said helplessly. The teachers of other classes, as well as those provincial teachers who came to Zhongcheng No. 1 middle school today, looked at Lin Yu and Ning Shuier in disbelief. The two of them really just changed jobs yesterday. I can't believe it, a provincial teacher asked in disbelief. Another teacher from Zhongcheng No. 1 middle school nodded and murmured, if I hadn't witnessed the awakening ceremony of the two of them yesterday, I wouldn't have believed it. It's just an evildoer. Today, the school was supposed to give some notices about the college entrance examination to senior high school students who have changed jobs. Then urge them to step up leveling, so that they can face the college entrance examination in a few days. Whether you can be promoted to a top university depends on this college entrance examination. In the assessment of the college entrance examination, the first thing to look at is the grade. Many top universities require very high grades. If the level is not reached, it will be screened out directly. Only when the level is enough will the subsequent assessment continue. For example, Beijing University, a top university in the country, requires an entry level of 18. For ordinary students, when the college entrance examination comes, it is not bad to reach level 14. Therefore, the threshold of 18th grade of Shangjing University has already made ordinary students miss it. This threshold is only possible for those Tianzhao to reach. For example, the Chen Shu and Chen Lu brothers and sisters of the Chen family in Shangjing, they have already reached level 15 and level 14 during yesterday's level training. In a few days, reaching level 18 will not be a problem. After reaching the level requirements, you can continue the subsequent assessment. The subsequent assessment includes theoretical knowledge and actual combat ability. Assessments are also different for each school. For a top university like Beijing University, the assessment will naturally be more difficult. Only, no matter how difficult the school is, in front of Lin Yu and Ning Shuier, two monsters who reached rank 2 in one day. It should be easy, right? Old Tang, are they your students? Teacher Li from Zhongcheng University stepped forward and asked. At this time, Old Tang looked very happy. He smiled and said proudly. Yes, Teacher Li, my student. This is Lin Yu, and this is Ning Shuier. Their grades are in the whole school, one is first and the other is second. Teacher Li nodded, he knew Ning Shuier's name. After all, Ning Shuier is the eldest lady of the Ning family, and she has also awakened the hidden professional Holy Light Angel. The teachers in the university have heard of it. I know that Ning Shui's occupation is a hidden occupation, Angel of Light, Teacher Li said. May I ask student Lin Yu's occupation? Old Tang didn't have any worries, and said directly, his profession is a summoner. After all, Lin Yu is now level 36, even more outrageous than Ning Shui. His career, maybe not that simple. What? Summoner. Teacher Li from Zhongcheng University also changed his face slightly. He glanced at Lin Yu again and confirmed that Lin Yu's level was 36. Then Teacher Li exclaimed, "What a genius! The future is immeasurable, immeasurable." Even judging from his experience as a teacher at Zhongcheng University, he has never encountered a student who has reached the second rank in just one day. Especially this summoner. Presumably he is the kind of summoner who has contracted extremely powerful creatures at the beginning, right? Thinking of this, Teacher Li also said. Student Lin Yu. Classmate Ning Shui. My name is Li Ming, I'm a teacher at Zhongcheng University, and I'm a level 94 turn giant sword knight. Level 94 turn giant sword knight. The surrounding students exclaimed when they heard Li Ming's level occupation. As expected of the teacher of Zhongcheng University, the strength is too strong. Some students commented. Level 94 turns. Nima, I don't know if I can reach it in my life. Lin Yu and Ning Shui also nodded and said, "Hello, Teacher Li." Old Tang next to him said, "As a teacher of Zhongcheng University, Mr. Li has naturally passed the entrance examination of Zhongcheng University. As for the content of the assessment of the college entrance examination, no one here should know better than him." Teacher Li smiled and said, "I do have a little experience in the college entrance examination assessment. I wonder if the two students are interested in taking a mock assessment." Mock assessment. Yes, Teacher Li nodded. Theoretical knowledge can be omitted. The grades of the two students are both top in Zhongcheng number 1 middle school. How about we take a test of practical ability? Teacher Li asked the two of them for their opinions. Lin Yu and Ning Shui looked at each other. Then Ning Shui nodded and said, "I'm fine." Lin Yu also said, "How to test?" Teacher Li said, "It's very simple. I will suppress my own level to be similar to yours, and then fight." Faced with the invitation of Mr. Li, a level 94th rank powerhouse, Ning Shui and Lin Yu were naturally eager to try it out. The teachers who work in China's top colleges are basically those who have made a name for themselves in the most dangerous secret realms. Either kill the existence of the quartet in the secret realm of the abyss. Either they have participated in the development and exploration of unknown secrets. Some are even adventurers who are still active on the front line. Being a teacher is just a part-time job. In short, the teachers of top universities should not be underestimated. All of them are masters with extremely rich practical experience, and they are not wastes with level, occupation and attribute panels. As the best school in Zhongcheng, Zhongcheng University can also be ranked in the top 5 in China. Although Li Ming is a little younger, his qualifications and titles are not as good as those old professors, and his strength and experience are naturally not as good as those veteran experts. But at this age, he can work as a lecturer at Zhongcheng University and even preside over the entrance examination. His fighting skills are absolutely terrifying. Then thank Teacher Li Ming in advance for being willing to give advice. You will be more merciful later. Lin Yu responded with such a smile, and Ning Shui nodded slightly. The principal and teachers of Zhongcheng number 1 middle school. Naturally, I am happy to see this happen. After all, Ning Shui and Lin Yu are the faces of this year's Zhongcheng number 1 middle school. Before the college entrance examination, you can get the guidance of the mock exam from the teacher of Zhongcheng University. Naturally, it is also helpful for their college entrance examinations. This is also because the speed of the two's level improvement is simply breathtaking. Otherwise, if it is just an ordinary top student, it may not be possible for a teacher like Li Ming to invite a teacher like Li Ming to give a mock exam on the spot. At the same time, let other students observe this battle. It will be of great benefit to them too. Therefore, the principal of number 1 middle school also directly opened the mock battle arena in the school gymnasium. The simulated battles in the arena will not cause real damage. But opening an arena once also consumes a lot of resources. But in the opinion of the principal of Zhongcheng number 1 middle school, it was worth it. Soon, surrounded by many students and teachers, Ning Shuier, Lin Yu and Li Ming came to the center of the arena. The surrounding stands are already full of people. Even in the first and second grades of theoretical classes, the teachers directly suspended the teaching under the instruction of the principal. Take the students to watch this simulated actual combat. After all, on one side is the teacher of Zhongcheng University. On the other side are Ning Shuier, a genius who hides a professional holy light angel, and Lin Yu, who is a summoner but is even more mysterious and talented. I'll go. Is that Senior Lin Yu? So handsome. Senior Ning Shuier is so pretty too. She is indeed a senior fairy couple. Upgraded to level 30 in one day, and broke through the secret realm. I want to follow the example of senior sister Ning Shuier. Senior Lin Yu is even level 36. Obviously, those juniors have already regarded Lin Yu and Ning Shuier as idols. As for the students at the same level as Lin Yu and Ning Shuier, emotions are more complicated. Except for Li Dali, who was gnashing his teeth in the corner and cursing the sudden breakdown of the arena, causing Lin Yu to be killed by mistake, and Li Dali, who was purely happy for Lin Yu Niu X and was bragging to the surrounding students about his strong relationship with Lin Yu apart from Chen Rui. Apart from envy and jealousy, most of the students are more helpless. Being at the same level as such an evildoer really makes people lose their temper. Standing in the middle of the arena, Li Ming also laughed. It seems that the two of you are really popular, and you are worthy of being known as the Zhongcheng twins who meet once in 1,000 years. When Li Ming said this, Lin Yu and Ning Shuier were also stunned. Huh, who said that? When Lin Yu asked this, Ning Shuier also looked confused. Seeing the reaction of the two, Li Ming also burst out laughing. Ha 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 ha, it's nothing, it's a good thing not to care about rumors. Anyway, let's get started. Li Ming looked at the two young men and became more and more satisfied and impatient. He took out a bottle of medicine in a red test tube, opened the bottle, and took it directly. This is the grade pressed potion, produced by the pharmacy department of Zhongcheng University's own research institute. Very useful for teaching. After Li Ming took it, he mobilized his own strength and quickly lowered his level to level 30, just the second rank. Moreover, he also showed his panel to Ning Shuier and Lin Yu. A name: Li Minga. Occupation: Great Sword Knight turn 4. Level: LV 30, 90. A attack: 280 A. A defense: 300 A. Physique: 300. A speed: 200 A. A spirit: 260 A. Skills: Charge, Perseverance, Fearlessness, Divine Power, Deterrence, Sword Strike, Heavy Blade, Double Strike, Sublime Sword. This panel shocked everyone in the stands again. I'm going. Is this the panel of Zhongcheng University's teacher? His attribute was so high back then. After all, the further you go, the more attributes you get from upgrading. However, he has too many skills. Is this the 4th rank job? So strong. Li Ming heard the discussions around him, smiled and answered the surrounding stands. Back then, I didn't have so many skills. I only had 3 skills: Charge, Perseverance, and Sword Fighting. It's just that when I went out this time, I didn't expect to meet 2 good seedlings that made my hands itch, so I only used the level suppressing potion, not the skill blocking potion. Li Ming said so and thought for a while. Well, for the sake of fairness, how about the 2 of you going up together? 2 people together. Hearing Li Ming's words, Lin Yu and Ning Shuier were stunned. It is naturally impossible for 2 people to agree to such a request. Lin Yu looked at Li Ming, thought for a moment and then said, Mr. Li, there is no need for this. Ning Shuier is a hidden profession, Angel of Light, and her skills and basic attributes are abnormal. And I'm level 36. Besides, how can there be 2 people taking the college entrance examination together? After Lin Yu finished speaking, Ning Shuier nodded, agreeing with Lin Yu's statement. Hearing what Lin Yu said, Li Ming naturally didn't insist anymore. He was able to become a teacher at Zhongcheng University at this age, and of course he was also a high-profile genius who had awakened to a high-level profession. Although it is not as exaggerated as Lin Yu and Ning Shuier, it is not far behind. Therefore, Li Ming would not be ignorant of the mentality of the 2 of them. Genius, always proud. He also wanted to try it out. Do these 2 guys have the capital to be arrogant? Okay, then you guys get ready. Who will come first? Lin Yu and Ning Shuier looked at each other. He saw the eagerness in Ning Shui's eyes, and said, "Then, ladies first." After Lin Yu finished speaking, she lowered her voice and asked Ning Shui, "If you feel stressed for a while, just gesture to me, and I will open super double for you." Although he refused a one-on-two, it didn't mean that Lin Yu underestimated Li Ming. Lin Yu also knew very well that teacher Li Ming was definitely not a weak genius. 4 career changes, lecturer at Zhongcheng University. In addition to this age, every level of Li Ming must have been achieved by him fighting one by one in the secret realm. With his combat experience and combat methods, he can definitely make up for the attribute gap to a certain extent. Ning Shui thought for a while, then shook her head. It is enough to have the basic attribute bonus. I also want to try. Where is my own limit? After hearing Ning Shui's words, Lin Yu didn't say any more. He nodded and walked to the rest area on the sidelines, leaving the arena to Ning Shui and Li Ming. At this time, Ning Shui and Li Ming stood on each side, accompanied by the whistle of the class teacher Lao Tang, who acted as the referee. The simulated actual combat has officially begun. Ning Shui was still wearing the standard adventure suit and drew out her long sword. Divine light and holy flame. The pale flame immediately ignited the sword body. A sacred breath filled the air. Seeing this scene, many junior school girls in the stands also exclaimed, "Senior Ning is so handsome. Such a sassy senior, I love it. Damn it, I'm so envious of senior Lin Yu." On the other hand, for the sake of fairness, Li Ming also put on the 30-level standard equipment provided by the school. A red light armor, a heavy two-handed sword. Li Ming, who was originally plain but with a good temperament. It also looks very eye-catching now. He looked at Ning Shui and made a, "Please," gesture. On the one hand, it is due to the etiquette of the elders to the younger generation. On the other hand, Great Sword Knight is originally a profession that tends to defend and counterattack. Ning Shui was not polite to Li Ming either. After nodding slightly, she lifted the long sword burning with divine light and holy flame, and charged straight at Li Ming. Simultaneously, holy punishment was also released while she was rushing forward. Boom! A huge beam of light descended from the sky. The surging holy light poured down, and the surroundings of the two were immediately covered by the holy light. Facing Ning Shui's attack, Li Ming was not afraid at all, and was even a little happy. Nice combo. Just in time. As Li Ming said, he cast 3 skills in an instant. Fortitude, fearlessness, charge. Perseverance increases physical fitness and defense. Fearlessness increases speed and spirit. The charge skill is to enjoy the bonus of physical fitness and spirit. Although the scope of the holy punishment is very large, Li Ming pulled away immediately. The back and left leg were only knocked down by the edge of holy punishment. However, the power of this breath was enough to secretly surprise Li Ming. Just by rubbing against himself, his left leg was faintly injured, and his back felt burning pain from time to time. If this is for real, the consequences are simply unimaginable. What a powerful skill. Li Ming sighed. However, although Li Ming's thoughts were wandering, his movements did not stop. The direction in which he avoided holy punishment was also the direction in which Ning Shui rushed. Bang! He raised his huge sword, and collided fiercely with the long sword burning with pale flames. Both of them took a step back. Obviously, the result of this contest is evenly matched. Although Ning Shui's attributes doubled under the aura of Lin Yu's almighty buff. But Li Ming is a 4th-rank professional after all. With many advanced skills, his attributes also have a certain increase. After a fierce collision, Li Ming also felt a burst of enjoyment. Okay, come again. He exerted divine power on himself. At this time, Li Ming, after a series of enhancements in advanced skills, his aura has climbed to a very terrifying level. Simultaneously, the moment the giant sword was released, deterrence was also released at the same time. Bang! The weapons of the two collided again, making a deafening sound. Many students turned pale with fright. In such a battle, you don't even have to fight yourself. If you just stand by, you will definitely be beaten to death on the spot. Even many low-level teachers were secretly shocked. Let them go up instead. I'm afraid that with this blow, he will end up in disgrace. This Ning Shui is really exaggerating. It's actually on par with rank 4 professionals who have a lot of advanced skills. Teacher Li Ming is not weak. Don't forget, he suppressed himself to level 30. After another fierce sword clash, the two didn't stop their actions. Ning Shui's attack was very fierce. Under the blessing of the holy light and the holy flame, accompanied by the breath of the holy light. There are also powerful and terrifying holy punishments that descend from the sky from time to time. Ning Shui's offensive has reached its peak. On the contrary, Li Ming, who is a knight with a giant sword, is constantly changing between defense and attack. Although he was facing Ning Shui, who was very aggressive. But with his rich combat experience and combat methods, he can still handle it. Jingle jingle. Boom. It's so fast. I can't see their shots and speed clearly. The low-level students can only see the phantom of the two people in the middle of the arena telling the movement and shots. But at that time, the sound of sparks colliding with steel and the breath of holy light erupted from time to time. One can imagine how fierce the battle was. This battle is really exciting. When, after the collision of the last sword, the two stepped back a few steps each. Happy. Li Ming raised his giant sword and said, "This battle is almost over, can we count as a tie?" He has almost measured Ning Shui's current combat power. Ning Shui exhaled lightly and nodded. Then Li Ming analyzed. During the battle just now, you exposed a little problem. Although your attack power is very strong, but blindly attacking, the initial offensive is too strong and the follow-up is weak. At the same time, I ignored the defense, so many times when facing my attack, you defended a little hastily. Therefore, if it's a long battle, it will consume a lot of your stamina. But your attributes are really terrifyingly high. After attacking with all my strength for so long, there has been no problem of excessive physical exertion, and I have used so many boosting skills, but I feel that I can't suppress you at all in terms of attributes. If I didn't have these advanced skills, I'm afraid I would have lost to you. Li Ming said that at the end he was also a little bit emotional. And all the teachers and classmates who were watching in the auditorium naturally heard what Li Ming said. What? Teacher Li said that Ning Shui's attributes are higher than his. I'm going, isn't this too perverted? Is this the Angel of Light? Is it strange? As a hidden class, Angel of Light has a higher attribute than a high-level class, isn't it normal? Don't forget, Mr. Li has used the advanced skills of 3 turns and 4 turns. With the increase of these skills, he said that the attributes can't hold down Ning Shui. It's terrible. It's worthy of being even more genius than genius. I don't know what kind of strength the higher level Lin Yu will show. Look forward to. After Ning Shui left, it was Lin Yu's turn to play. Lin Yu glanced at Li Ming and said, "Mr. Li, do you need to recover?" Li Ming waved his hands and said, "No problem. After my level has changed back to level 90, the physical exertion just now is naturally nothing. Wait a minute, I'll adjust the level to level 36 like yours." After speaking, Li Ming suppressed the potion with his level, suppressing his own level to level 36 again, and his skills remained unchanged. Come on, Li Ming said after the adjustment. Ning Shui already has that kind of terrifying combat power, but Lin Yu's level is even higher than her. After the battle with Ning Shui just now, Li Ming also had some expectations. What is the extraordinary ability of this summoner profession, which is considered to be one of the most tasteless by the world? Following the referee class teacher Lao Teng's whistle, the battle between Lin Yu and Li Ming was about to start. And when he saw that Lin Yu was wearing a standard combat uniform, and the weapon in his hand was a long sword like Ning Shui's. Except for Ning Shui, everyone else was dumbfounded. Li Ming was also a little surprised and asked, "You are a summoner, don't you use weapons like staffs?" Lin Yu shook his head and said, "Staff or something, it's not suitable for killing monsters, right? It's better to use cold weapons." Hearing what Lin Yu said, all the teachers and classmates at the table were dumbfounded. How can a summoner use a sword? Did he also use his sword to kill monsters when he was leveling? Could it be that he doesn't use summoned objects to fight, but wants to go up and fight with Teacher Li? This shit is really a summoner. Shouldn't a summoner be a profession like a mage, and he doesn't even use a staff? Mages all have battle mages. My summoner has a battle summoner. It's reasonable, right? The problem is that the battle mage seems to use staff weapons. The head teacher, Old Tang, also murmured in a daze. Lin Yu, as the number one in the school, won't be ignorant of such common sense knowledge. What's going on? And Lin Yu's opponent, teacher Li Ming, was also taken aback when he heard what Lin Yu said. Then he smiled. Interesting. It really isn't an ordinary summoner. Afterwards, Lin Yu took the lead. No bells and whistles, not even a skill. Holding the sword, he flashed his figure. In the blink of an eye, he rushed in front of Li Ming. So fast. Li Ming's pupils shrank suddenly. Lin Yu's speed was far beyond his imagination. Originally, he thought that Lin Yu would use some augmentation skills first. Or summon your own summons and so on. But I didn't expect him to rush over without saying a word, holding the sword. And the speed is surprisingly fast. It's faster than Ning Shui. What's going on? There was already a wave of turmoil in Li Ming's heart. The two sides haven't clashed yet. Lin Yu made it clear to everyone present with just one action. This battle, and this summoner. Not that simple. Perseverance. Li Ming hastily blocked with his sword. Because Lin Yu's oppressive force was too strong, Li Ming, a 4-rank professional who had experienced many battles, could only use one skill in time. But as a giant sword knight, his strength and defense are very powerful. But the next moment, at the moment when the two swords collided, Li Ming flew upside down. The moment this scene appeared, there was a dead silence in the audience. Then, wow, the whole venue suddenly boiled. The audience was in an uproar. What is this riding horse? Am I not mistaken? Is teacher Li Ming flying out? Isn't it Lin Yu? I'll go. Lin Yu, what speed is this? I just feel like a blur before my eyes, and I can't see anyone. Even teacher Li Ming, who is a knight of the giant sword, can't defend against senior Lin's attack. Is this scientific? The students present were both shocked and puzzled. And the teachers next to them should have answered students' questions. But at this time, the faces of these teachers, like the students, also had the expression of seeing a ghost. It's true that the giant sword knight has extraordinary attack and defense, but, why didn't teacher Li Ming block Lin Yu's attack? Why is this? The students were puzzled, and the teachers were also shouting in their hearts. We can't understand it even if we ride a horse. Speaking of Ning Shui's fight just now, it's understandable. After all, she is a hidden profession, with higher attributes and powerful skills, that's normal. But now at Lin Yu's side. Not even a skill, just a sword of pure strength. Just knocked Li Ming away with a sword. This is a battle of the same level, not a cross-level battle. Even if there is a gap, it shouldn't be that big, right? And, not to mention that Li Ming is a rank 4 professional with many advanced skills. Li Ming, who flew a few meters away, steadied his body somewhat in a panic. He looked at Lin Yu with a face full of surprise. What kind of power is this? Li Ming was shocked. After colliding with Lin Yu head-on, he knew that Lin Yu really had no skills. Just simply stepped forward and cut a sword. But this just shows how terrifying Lin Yu's attributes are. Just relying on attributes alone directly crushed Li Ming. But Li Ming is a seasoned professional after all. The moment he got up, he quickly released a series of skills. Perseverance. Fearless. Divine power. Deterrence. Sword of Sublime. Boom. At this time, Li Ming's aura was even more terrifying than when he was fighting Ning Shui just now. It was just a confrontation with Lin Yu, and Li Ming felt a little dangerous in his heart. He had a premonition that if he didn't unleash all his strength immediately, then the next time they fight, he will definitely lose. That's why he immediately released all the buff skills. At the same time, he did not continue to wait for Lin Yu's next attack. Instead, turn passive into active, take the initiative to attack. Heavy blade. The great sword in his hand, on which the golden light flows. An unspeakable breath erupted from above. He raised his weapon high, like a giant sword like a mountain, overwhelming it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.